Welcome back to the channel. In today's video idea is not so simple this time. I want to try to make a transforming helicopter or quadcopter car where the wheels of the car are also the blades of the quadcopter. Because a car is basically like a quad wheel land vehicle, and a quadcopter is basically a four prop helicopter. So what if they were the same thing and they kind of like transitioned from wheel position to like quadcopter position? And I'm hoping this is going to be possible with the damage update that we had a while ago, because the damage update made it so that like physical collisions against the ground and stuff aren't nearly as destructive. The idea for this to try to work is I'm going to use the short helicopter blade and attach these to helicopter engines like so, and then I'm going to try to use wedges to build a circle around these, and it's going to result in some massive wheels, obviously. How long are these? Those are that long, unless there's a maybe I can actually use spoilers. They are actually much shorter, and I think spoilers do provide enough lift. If not spoilers, I can actually use small flap wings potentially as well. Maybe this small flap wing is actually even better. Maybe this is going to be the more reasonable option. All right, so I got to imagine if both of these wheels are going in this direction and then they turn this way, yes, they will still be counter rotating, and the back wheels will be doing the same. So I don't think we're going to have any torque imbalances with this concept. So the thing I got to really make sure of is when I enclose these as wheels, I really got to be sure that they can rotate without colliding with the wheel frame. I'm probably also going to need to keep track of weight. I'm probably going to have to do a pretty wireframey light car build, because I'm not going to really be able to get more lift than whatever these are going to allow for. All right, but the main thing are these edges. These edges have to stay out of contact with the actual edge of the blade itself. See, now this would be nice, but I can't actually smoothen this out. The only thing that would go here at this angle would be this, and then this is like, has that weird prong sticking out. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do it this way. All right, so now if I delete that and then I copy all of this, I should just be able to create the circle. Okay, so now I got to attach this frame back to this. So this is where this piece will actually come in handy. And then let's use these. All right, so this could be our wheel. The thing is, can this wheel give us enough lift when it comes up to the quadcopter position? We'll have 4 of them though. All right, let's build our base design. So this has to go... How are we gonna get it to transform? Am I even gonna be able to get this to look like a car? This is not gonna be easy to think through this transformation thing, to have the wheels be in like a good car position, but then also extend out to a good quadcopter position that doesn't collide with the car, and have steering. I don't know if this is going to be stable enough. So here is like actual steering. This is going to be like folding up for quadcopter, and I feel like there's going to need to be at least 2 pistons. So like just these 4 things stacked on top of each other, I feel like is bad news for stability. But we'll have to see how it goes. Wait a minute, this isn't exactly... Oh, no, I got this wrong. I don't need this to spin within this. I need this whole thing to actually spin as 1 unit, which is great because that allows me to make a smaller profile. But I forgot that the rotating of the helicopter blades is also the rotating of the wheel. All right, so we still have the same issue where we got this going on, and I think that's kind of the roundest I can make it. All right, it should be smaller though, but now that's backwards. That'll become the wheel. And we just gotta hope that that's gonna survive. Should it have, like, suspension? Will that work? Alright, anyway, then this extends. But we don't want it to just extend. We also want it to angle up Okay. All right, I've also given my wheel collective pitch. So then when it's in the upwards position, we can go up. To be honest, even if the wheels were just like on full collective ascend mode, they would be facing away from each other, so they would technically cancel out. But it would also probably just lower our speeds because the wheels themselves would be less aerodynamic. All right, let's, I guess now that we have this, we probably want 4 of that. We probably just want to test them in like a super bare bones frame. I'm also realizing that, so right now my steering is on the body side of the series of things. I think the steering should actually be at the closest to the propeller. All right, so now the steering looks more like this, a little extreme. Oh yeah, I gotta reverse the left side helicopter servos. All right, there we go. Perfectly acceptable car. And then, oh, okay, that's not okay. That's not okay. All right, this angle maybe like instead of 80 degrees, like 60 degrees. Okay, there we go. Now let's add some collective. Oh no! Wait. Something might be wrong here. Go into this mode. And when we add collective, oh no, nothing's wrong here. Oh no, it's working as intended. And that's a bad thing because the results are not what's intended. All right, so then we activate. This should be giving us lift, but it's not giving us any lift. How, we have like no unnecessary weight on here. Why is this not enough lift? Okay, well then we try other sources. Hold on, wait. Are these are the right way, right? Oh wait, no, this one's the wrong way. Oh, there was a mistake in the copy pasting. So are they? They are going in the right direction now. Was that it? Was that ruining it? All right, collective pitch on. Go! I believe that they are rotating correctly. The thing is, it's hard to tell if it's doing anything. Like, are we just too heavy? Like, are they applying lift and we're just too heavy, or are they not applying lift? Good news is that the steering would still technically work for yaw. All right, so obviously our lift is not adequate. I'm gonna save this as a draft. Let's delete these and apply spoilers. Do spoilers apply more lift? Okay, I think I got the spoilers all oriented in the right direction. Let's see if this applies lift. Oh, what am I setting? Are my settings like, everything looks good. I really thought we'd get more lift out of this stuff. We're really not getting a lot of lift. It just feels like we're not getting any lift. So I just need to figure out if there's any effect happening with these things. So I'm gonna use gimbal jets to offset my weight. All right, and then we go. Okay, I don't know yet. All right, add another one of these things. All right, so if I press space, you can see this clearly applies a lifting effect, just the gimbals, but not enough to get me off the ground. So the question becomes, with the assistance... Okay, so they are applying lift. It's just so bad that it cannot compensate for just the weight of its own system. That is sad. You know, if they were the helicopter blades, it would work, probably. So the helicopter blades, if I use them, well, these ones are the longer ones. Oh yeah, those are really long. So the helicopter blades will end up being like that, which is a lot bigger. And they won't actually be able to attach. I mean, my original plan was to use the helicopter blades. It's just it's such a big thing that's gonna happen here. Oh, I might have to just redo the wheels. I think I'm gonna have to do it to the scale of the actual prop. But what if the prop isn't enough? Then I guess it's a failed idea. Or we use gimbal jets to compensate so we can like... It'll be cheating a little bit, but we will get the results we're looking for. Now the problem is I have no attachment points to make the wheel, because the frame needs to rotate with the servo, with the helicopter engine. Right now, all of the helicopter engine attachment points are occupied by the propellers, and the propellers have no other attachment points other than what's on the helicopter engine. So the only solution to that would be to add another block of distance, which adds 2 blocks of diameter to the entire thing. Man, this is hard. But I bet, here, I'm just gonna try this. All right, then we do that, and then, oh, look at how much lift these have. And now we just need it to be functional in this way. All right, what if, all right, we do this. Here we go. This is not, I'm gonna do this in a way that doesn't make it any wider than if I were to not add this block in. Because if I was to do it like this, I would make a perimeter that goes around to the tips of these, like on the tip, so it's adding a block. But instead, I'm gonna move these up a block, and then I'm gonna have it merge so that this tip is also the edge. But then we're also gonna continue it around just on the inside there. So the circumference should be the same either way. So I've gotta be very weight efficient. So anywhere I can, I'm actually just gonna use these grid blocks instead of these 1x2 blocks, because it's literally a 50% reduction in weight. And that can be pretty massive with what we're doing here. But like I said before, the car structure is probably gonna have to be super bare bones wireframe. Oh, okay, this is kind of stupid aesthetically, but like, this is what I'm looking at. It's just not symmetrical, but if I try to make it symmetrical, we're just adding weight. So I don't know, I'm gonna do this. So then this is what the wheel looks like, but did I add too much weight where it cancels out its lift capabilities? Okay, well, it definitely, that's not good. That wasn't happening before. Okay, we have more stability. It's not the roundest wheel, but it's not like super terrible. All right, now let's see if we still have enough lift. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, now that's weird. Wait. Is there something wrong with the steering? Did I mess up the steering? Is that right? Oh no, that is right. Oh, I guess I was wrong about the steering. The steering does not work for yaw when we are in drone mode. It actually completely cancels itself out pretty much. All right, but then on ground mode, this is what we're... It's pretty bad. Oh, you know what? I just need some suspension. This can't hurt the functionality of it in any way, right? All right, now I got suspension, and I definitely have way more wheel contact with the ground. It is kind of a shame that the wheel, like, we don't have good friction, but like we're a drift car, or we're a drone. I don't have drone controls yet. Car controls are there, and for some reason only the back right wheel. Oh, never mind. They're all taking damage. But they're doing okay on damage. They haven't fallen apart yet, which pre-damage update, they would have been falling apart instantly, pretty much. Like, look how fast they're spinning. There is, like, the friction pads, but I don't really see a way that I can add friction pads here that's going to actually be good. So I'm just gonna not add the friction pads. All right, so what do we do about drone mode? So the thing with drone mode is I'm holding W, and W is going up. So if I want to... I could use gyro stabilizers and just have like a yaw-based drone where steering uses a gyro, and then space could be to go forward, like with some thrust, or we could just lean forward with space. It'd be more intuitive to hold W, to press W, like to hold space to go up. You know, I think that's what I have to do. We're gonna have to switch the controls. We're not going to use normal W and S. I'm sure that there's a way that's not too complicated to do logic where you swap, where your actual button inputs swap from ground car controls to air controls, but that's really not the point of this. So I'm just going to switch all of these to space and control. All right, so now space goes forward, and then control will go backwards. Then we go up in the air for space. See, now this doesn't do anything, but now I can have some gyro tilting at least. All right, now let's see. Well, let me put some controls into it. So I want to try to lean forward to go forward. All right, so there we go. This actually does work. I actually need a little bit more leaning. All right, that's a little bit too much now. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just realizing I still have my gimbals on there, and the gimbals have been on space this whole time, so they're giving me a false sense of my actual lift power. So let's just delete those. Okay, it's still pretty good. All right, so there's leaning forward. Still too much on the leaning forward. Go with 3.5. I'm trying to find a nice equalized point where leaning forward causes me to go mostly forward and not up, but also not down. And right now it seems like I'm losing a little bit of altitude. So I don't want to lose altitude when I'm going full forward unless I let off the throttle. So let's go with 3.25. All right, this is looking pretty good. Nice and stable. All right, so now I don't have steering other than my seat control itself. I do wish that this would naturally steer as well, but it doesn't. You know what? If I give this thing front wheel steering only, so let me just remove the controls for these back steering hinges. So now you can see when I go forward, we seem to actually steer pretty much fine. No different than before, really. But now when we go up and then we do this, now it actually does give us yaw. So we don't have to have a gyro for yaw. I think I might have to strengthen the stabilizer for roll because we're not doing roll. Then we can go down. Actually, it's faster to go down if I just go into car mode. But let's soften the landing a little bit. Not bad. Okay, the potential is definitely here. Now, how much design can I add to this thing to make it look like a car without making it too heavy? I'm probably really gonna have to wireframe it. The tough part is building it with the consideration that it's gonna be up, the wheel's gonna go up there, so like my frame can't be that much higher. It cannot be in the way of these wheels. This is actually gonna be a little bit challenging. Oh, see, I already built it too wide when the wheel, oh no, okay. Good to know, good to know. It looks like it's gonna be so much wider, but I forget that the wheels immediately contract. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's in the way too. Well, we just gotta build little wheel wells here. Where does it actually go in relation to that? Right there. Man, I don't know. I don't know if building a frame's even gonna work. Like, unless I add another set of these. So I end up saying 60 degrees, in which case these would be 30, and they would get the same angle. So now you can see they like go around a little bit, which actually looks pretty good. Do we still have enough lift? We still have plenty of lift. Okay. We got room to work with. I think that actually looks a little bit cooler instead of just being straight out, which means we don't have to do these big old wheel wells anymore. Now this works. Okay, I thought it worked, but now it doesn't. Wait, no, it does. Yeah, that works fine. Okay, we're good. All right, I tried my best to make the frame of a vehicle, and it's kind of there. You can kind of see like a bit of a pickup truck. Oh, hold on. How are we doing on steering? There's a problem. There's a collision spot there. So I'm just gonna lower the angle of steering to like 25 degrees. It's a drift quad car. All right, and then we transition. Not bad. Actually, not bad. All right. Can I fill this out at all without it being too heavy, do you think? I do seem to actually have a decent amount of lift. I'm gonna try it. All right, I'm starting to not like the look of the front anymore. I want it to be a little bit more angled instead of so like vertical here. So I'm gonna make some adjustments, but we're doing okay so far. All right, I've added some lights. I've added some lights in the front and the back. I've added some wedges to give it a little bit more of a wheel well effect. And we're getting close to our maximum weight, so I don't think I need to add much more. Let me just paint it up. I feel like distinguishing the wheels from the vehicle will be useful. All right, so now we've got truck mode with unreasonably large and yet slippery wheels. And then at a moment's notice, we can just press the button and transform into heavy quadcopter mode. You can definitely feel the heaviness now with all the parts I've added, but I think the aesthetics are worth it for this. You know, I'm gonna add, you gotta add some miniguns. They're gonna be kind of heavy, but I just think a weaponized transforming car quadcopter, you need to start raining down some destruction when you're up in the air. All right, let's try a transition here. Smooth. Very smooth. All right, let's put some miniguns on the front of this thing. All right, let's see how that feels weight-wise. Okay, I mean, we get up in the air. As long as we get up in the air, I think we're good. And look at that. And I'm really happy that our yaw controls are legitimately, like, they're based on the wheels and the propellers. I'm not using gyro yaw control at all. All right, here, I'm gonna fly over to this BattleBot arena. I wanna see if I can land on the down ramp as I fly in through here. All right, ready? I don't think I could have done it better than that. That was so smooth. And then we can transform on this one. Oh, why didn't it go? Oh, I think I like double pressed the button accidentally. That was almost awesome though. All right, let me try again. I wish we could have a little bit more speed. I mean, we probably could. There we go. See, that's nice. That's nice. I was thinking I probably could put like a booster on this thing, but honestly, I don't know if it's worth it. The extra weight. Oh, okay, not bad. Well, I mean, I gotta say, I think this is pretty much mission accomplished. I mean, these things, they would have suspension. We got suspension on these wheels. I didn't even think about how the suspension may or may not have been doing anything to the propellers. Doesn't look like they really matter. But you can see our wheels are clearly our propellers, and our propellers are clearly our wheels. And they actually do seem pretty resilient to ground collisions. Once I added the suspension in there, the destruction update seems to be doing its job pretty well. There you go. What do you call this thing? It's like it's a quad. Well, that's never happened before. It's a quadcopter, but it's also a truck. Quad truck copter, but it's like transforms from a truck with propeller blade wheels into a quadcopter with propeller blade wheels. So I don't know what to call this thing. Normally there's an easy way to combine all the different things into like one sentence or one word, but I'm having trouble with this one. So let me know in the comments below what you think this thing should be called. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.